And we're back with more exciting adventures of the Incredible Hokes. I am Chris,
I am Mark.
and this is the Incredible Hoax Show, and maybe podcast if I don't screw it up and I make it work right. This will be the fourth podcast,
Let's do this thing.
so hopefully I won't screw that up. And you're listening to this on podcast or you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook per usual. So I have a topic. I don't have to clear my throat.
Yes.
Pet peeve. What is your single number one pet peeve or thing that just you just can't stand to happen? That one thing that like drives you more nuts maybe than anything else on earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I will tell you mine. And it
Okay.
goes. You gave your rant on the infamous burger episode.
Yes.
So we went to Vegas in May. Had tickets to the U2 concert, and we made a little vacation out of it. And we flew. We flew in commercially. I'm a driver. I like to drive. In all honesty, I'm over my fear of flying stuff. I mean, it was just like riding a bus, really. I mean, it was my ears popped. I'm deaf in this ear, and I've got issues with this ear, so I made sure I took a Dramamine and I chewed some gum. But other than that, it's just riding a bus in the air is all it is, right? So, the fear of flying thing was not a factor. But I hated the fact that I was in this tube and couldn't really see. Like, I have no sense of what the earth is like between Austin and Las Vegas. Yes, I know it's desert, and I would peek out the window, but when I drive, you get a sense of all your surroundings. Right? And
Yes.
you know that highway. Hey, man, that highway is going, east to west. It's this highway. It goes through these towns. You go through these regions, and I get you to Vegas. Well, I just know I was in a metal tube in the air, and I looked down and I would see desert stuff. And I landed in Vegas, and I come out. You come out of the airport, and there's immediately casinos. Like literally, the airport in Vegas is like in town. It's not like on the outskirts because you're in a bowl. But Vegas is in the desert. It's surrounded by. It's kind of like in a bowl surrounded by these mountains, right?
Right.
And they technically there's like little cities like Paradise stuff. It's all Vegas, and there's like the airport's right in there. DFW it's like in the outskirts, and the Houston is on the outskirts.
Right.
Austin is on the outskirts. Hell, even Waco is on the outskirts. No,
Sure.
the airport's in Vegas, so. And I didn't really have this feeling that much, but I did have the feeling. And my number one pet peeve in life is to be stuck somewhere I don't want to be, and I got no way to get out of there.
Right.
If you and I were to go to see, say, Oklahoma, to say we'd go to see a concert or something in Oklahoma,
Okay.
there's probably a 99.999% chance I'm taking my own car. And if you were like, hey man, you can ride with me, I'd go, no thanks. Well, I love you, but I can't. I can't. The idea that I'll be ready to leave and you'll still want to do stuff and I'm stuck there is like it can't happen. Like it can't happen. I won't allow it to happen. I'll drive anywhere to prevent that. So the whole time in Vegas, I'm like, I have no idea the city. I have no idea. I don't know where north is. I don't know where south is. I don't know what highway gets me in. I don't know what highway gets me out. I don't have any feel for anything. I felt like I was like stuck in this globe or something, right? And I didn't like the feeling, but that's just kind of a little bit of an example. But the true example is, you and I go to some relative's house, and we're stuck with some other asshole, and we can't leave. And not that happened before, but like I don't allow that ever. Like I will take my own car anywhere. I'll follow you, but as soon as I'm ready, I'm going. I got to go.
Yeah.
Bye. See ya. Out. Bye. That's my number one pet peeve on this earth is to be stuck somewhere that I don't want to be anymore.
Yeah.
Vegas was fine. It was a vacation, and I liked being there, and I had fun. So I'm using that as a broad example. But anyway, it reminded me of it's probably the closest thing I've been to that pet peeve in a long time. That's how much I hate the pet peeve. I don't allow it to happen. I always practice foresight
Yeah.
so I don't get stuck.
Yeah. The things that come to my mind right away are driving pet peeves. Those are kind of universal to a certain extent.
Do you have that thing? You have that one thing you don't allow in life to happen. It's such a hated thing. You don't even the signs, the road signs that go there, and you cut them off.
Well, the one that's becoming more and more agitating to me, and I realize I have a stammer, and it's I know it's slight, but it's there, and I'm building. I've been in a conversation. I'm building to the point, and then as I've gotten older, certain people I encounter in life want to jump in and tell me what they think the ending is of my point, and that's so annoying because then I have to stop. And then I have to re-qualify what I'm saying or qualify what they're saying and say, no, that's valid, blah, blah. And then I have to start all over. Or anyway, it's just, that happens sometimes.
I think qualifying when I say period is...
that's high on my list. It's in my top 3.
I know it's high on your list.
I get tired of having to qualify what I'm saying. It's like, if you just hear me out, you'll know what I'm going to say. You'll know where I stand on an issue. And then the people will kind of jump in. It's like, if you just kept your powder dry, you would have known that's where I'm going. Your point is interesting, and that's whatever, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, a similar thing that I really detest is and we've talked about this on the show before. Hey, who's your favorite quarterback? Well, it's Warren Moon. Oh, man, Troy Aikman's better. Well, motherfucker, that's not what you asked me. You didn't ask me who the best quarterback was. You asked me who my favorite was.
Right.
I don't have to defend my fucking favorite to you.
No.
I don't have to justify my favorite to you. My favorite is my goddamn favorite.
Yeah.
It don't make a shit why he's my favorite. I can go around saying fucking Cody Carlson's my favorite quarterback ever. I can say fucking goddamn Steve Berline's my favorite quarterback ever.
Right.
You asked my opinion, and I gave it to you. Mine's Warren Moon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even try and justify why he's good or bad or indifferent.
I've literally heard people, with me and you both, we'll get on a thing about favorite foods. Favorite foods. And you're like, oh, my favorite is, I'll say my favorite's beef jerky or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a real food. You asked my favorite.
Yeah, you asked my opinion.
That's my answer.
That's why I said favorite. I didn't say it's the best.
Yeah.
I didn't say it had factual data.
I didn't even say it was freaking healthy.
Yeah.
You just asked what my favorite was.
I never said it's factual fucking data. I never said that I did a case study and I found this to be the correct answer. I told you my goddamn favorite, which is completely opinion based, and opinion based is an aggregate of taste and imagination and everything else you can think of.
Yeah.
I like Warren Moon because he was the Oilers quarterback when they were running the run and shoot, and that's when I really started getting into football.
Yeah.
He was the man, and I just like him. I still like him. That's still my favorite. That's the man to me.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one, but yeah, that qualifying thing is like I said, it's got to be in my top 3.
The qualifying,
sure.
I have a hard time.
I
with the
really
qualifying
hate that.
thing.
It just drives me nuts.
Somebody says hey, what do you think of this? Well, I think of this. No. Well, motherfucker, you asked what I thought. If you want me to do a fucking thesis and research it and give you a bibliography of factual data at the end, give me a little time.
Right.
You ask me my opinion on the fly. This is it. I'm not going to qualify it to you.
Yeah. Because often what will happen is you'll make a statement, and it's very, in the context, you're about a very specific thing, and then someone will come in with some generalities to throw you off, and it's like you're changing the subject. If you want to talk about something else, that's fine, but at least have the decency to let me finish my thought before we go off on a tangent.
Right. Yeah, that qualifying is high on my list. Qualifying that's a major no-no with me. I mean, if you ask me what my take is on something or anything else, I'll give it to you, but I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it. Because honestly, I don't get, no offense to anybody, I don't give a shit enough about anybody else's opinion to fight to get it. So if you think, your favorite food is chocolate pudding, yay, good.
Great.
Could give a shit.
Yeah.
And so I assume you don't give a shit about mine either. To be honest with you, stay in your lane. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Stay in your damn lane.
Well, maybe on a lighter note though, I'm
watching
this. On this,
I know
I'm
he's not really
this
slouchy.
stand.
He's trying not to kick. He hasn't. Mark. Okay, a little behind the scenes. Mark has like a kicky thing. He gets antsy or excited, and his foot starts kicking.
Well, I move my hands, and then of course my feet follow. So there
Yeah,
you go.
and so past shows he'll kick the mic stand. So he's trying to like
Bonk,
not
bonk.
kick the mic stand.
Yeah, I'm trying to be very good, and I was like almost like
You're almost like
I was almost out of the chair.
yeah,
know?
you're slouchy.
Today. So, does it bother anyone else? I cannot stand. This is probably my number one driving pet peeve. I can't stand the fact that too many people don't know how to use the turn lane. Drives me nuts. They'll be in the far left lane, the fast lane, and then they'll decide, okay, from the fast lane, I'll decide arbitrarily, suddenly to turn into Walmart. And it's like, well, why didn't you get over, out of my way, slow down in the turn lane, put on your blinker, and like a normal person. But no, they'll just you'll be just bopping along and like, okay, and all of a sudden the person will just suddenly turn, and you got to slam on your brakes. Like, dude, what are you doing? It's the fast lane. It happens way too often. It could be just me. Maybe I'm just the lucky guy, but that drives me nuts.
Got a low battery. Don't ignore that.
It's the turn lane.
Wait. I got distracted by the low battery. So I will go if like Hewitt Drive is really busy, so you have to go halfway across to get across. If you're going left on Hewitt Drive, you have to use the turning lane sometimes to get halfway across.
Yeah.
And then merge in.
Sure.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, absolutely. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like if you're already on, we're using an example of Hewitt Drive, you local folks. If you're already on the road and you're in the fast lane, which is on the left, and then there's a turn lane there, and you're getting up to a shopping plaza, it's these people that decide from the fast lane, they'll wait till right on their turn and turn from there. It's like the turn lane is there for you to get over, slow down, turn on your blinker, so you're out of my way and traffic is not interrupted, and you keep moving.
Well, I using Hewitt Drive as an example, they should take the turning lane out and put a median right down it and force people to have to turn right and make them one way. And force people to have to turn right because you can't get across and people do stupid shit like that. So they ought to just do it where you only have medians, and that the medians you have to go down and come back because it's out of control. You at certain times of day, especially during the school year, I don't even bother going to certain places. If it's 3:30, and I want to go to get some Bush's chicken, nah, I'll just wait or not eat or something. Because you got to deal with the shitty traffic, this should be universal to most busy roads. You got to deal with shitty traffic. You got to deal with all the school people letting out, and then you have people wanting to go left out of the shopping center. It's like if they just would go right and then go back, things would just keep moving, keep moving. They should totally just take out that center lane and make people just have to double back.
Well, that'd be one solution. But don't,
or just put a shitload of stoplights there.
I've been traveling and I've seen people do it in San Antonio and just points abroad, and they've done that to me, and I'm like, what in the world is it about? Some people just not knowing what the turn lane. It's like, get over, you slow down, you're out of my way, traffic. It's there to help traffic keep flowing. That's its purpose, and to help facilitate you to be able to turn
like a slowdown.
Yeah,
it's the opposite of a runway, but it's a slow way.
And people don't know how to use it, or they're frankly they're just not using it at all. They just literally will just.
My biggest
crazy.
My biggest driving pet peeve is people don't know how to turn left at a light without the arrow. If it's a left turn and it's just a solid, where you have to yield, and if the other they don't know what to do anymore because of the arrow. People are so used to the arrows that when you get one that doesn't have the arrow, they're kind of fucked up and don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So if you're turning right, if I'm turning left and that guy's come up and he's turning right, he has right of way because he's making a right.
Mm-hmm.
But some bitches going left, they think it's clear. Like, no, you can't. He has right of way. He's turning right. You have to let him go first. And they don't do it. They don't do it. The right always has the right of way, except on a turnabout. You obviously you yield to left.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because I actually brought up that kind of because I kept seeing people doing it wrong. I brought it up in one of those defensive driving classes, and the lady didn't know the answer.
If they're turning right, they have the right of way.
And I couldn't believe it. I was floored because she was like some, state official. She had come from Austin.
Oh, they're just like.
And I thought, well, honey, are you just like showing us the book and then you leave? It was weird. She didn't know the answer.
Yeah, the
I just wanted her to confirm to the whole class, like, I don't want to see anyone in this room pull that on me. I want to make sure we're all the same.
All y'all motherfuckers know.
Exactly. In my small little universe in this room here at Tony Romo's Ribs Shack, we get this down.
When we worked at Central Freight Lines, if you're coming out of that Toys R Us, Mervin's, Burlington Coat Factories, that shows how long my memory goes back.
Yeah.
You're coming out of that shopping center, or if you're coming out of Central Freight Lines, which is now Home Depot and Fazoli's too.
Yeah.
The people coming out of Toys R Us that have a left always think they have the right of way. You're leaving work from Central Freight Lines, taking a right. You have the right of way, and I can't tell you how many times I had to stomp the brake,
right,
assuming I had right of way. They just cut you right off, and you're like, "The fuck why is it at this intersection?" They just need to put arrows at every damn. You can't take a left turn without an arrow. Just fuck it.
And it's that way at Moonlight and 77. They're in Robinson. Same thing.
Yeah,
it's same thing. People just assume we're going left. You got to wait on us. And I'm like, guys, I don't know where this started, but it's not right.
Yeah, if you're the guy taking the right, has the right of way. If I'm wrong, I want to see it in the code, but don't tell me your opinion that that's wrong.
Oh,
you got to show me some facts that's wrong.
Since we're on the subject, before we leave, message to everyone that goes on University Parks Drive. Yes, those right there near the circle, Loop 340. When you stop at that stop line, that's the stop sign there. If it's clear, go. Don't come to a complete stop and then wait for a guy to come a block from away and make him come to a complete stop before you move. That's really annoying. It's over.
Well,
it's overkill. Just go.
University Parks in the Loop where they meet.
Yeah. They do it all the time. Half the people will sit there and I'll be like, coming from like Downsville area back into Waco, right? And they'll watch me and they'll literally be at that.
They just want to make sure you stop.
And it's like, I'm in essence a block away. What are you doing? And they'll just sit there and they'll wait for me to come up to the stop sign that faces them, and then they'll go. And it's like the biggest, almost like I'm going to screw with this guy kind of maneuver.
Because it slows you down. Because you could have went faster, but you got to wait in to make
it's like, dude, I had to now wait on you. You could have already been gone.
That's jackass.
And they do it all the time. Half the people there do that to me.
Another.
Please, University Parks people, would you comply and just, if it's clear, go.
Another one that drives me nuts is the people that right to a stop sign. If I'm going, if I'm on a road and I've got the right of way and I'm on the main road and they're coming from a side road and with a stop sign, when they go whoosh, because of course I'm going to start easing off my gas and start hovering the brake because I'm like, this son of a bitch ain't going to stop.
Yeah.
And of course they finally do it the last second. I hate that. It's like, I mean, when you become a parent, like I ain't getting my kid killed because y'all are a bunch of fucking idiots.
Right.
So I've always drive a little bit of a defensive nature.
Sure. But when I'm a block away,
no, that's different.
That's overkill. But what you're talking about, I'm with you there.
No, I mean you've been driving down. I know you've been driving down the road.
Sure.
It's 70 miles an hour. You got the right of way. You're on a highway. You're good. And some bitch comes whoosh. Don't tell me though for a second you're like, damn.
It happens at least once a day on FM 3400, as you know.
Yeah, you probably
at least once.
You either take your foot off the gas or you have to hard brake it, or
and immediately you're thinking, is that guy going to stop? You say it to yourself once a day.
Drives me nuts.
Hey, that was a nice little tangent.
But my biggest pet peeve, and nothing's even close, it's my biggest pet peeve in the world, is for me to be stuck somewhere. To be fucking stuck somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to get Chris from 0 to fucking irate? I mean breaking shit. You want to make me breaking shit mad? Red in the face, cussing, throwing things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, let me out.
You want to end my relationship with you? stick my ass up, I will drop you. Like we're not friends anymore. We're not hanging out.
Right.
Like it's like a death nail. So
Understood. And yeah, and with this qualifying stuff, it's like, hey, folks, that's my big pet peeve. I just, you know, if whatever my opinion is, just let me finish it, and understand the context that it was given.
Jerry Jones was on a radio show at the end of Tony Romo's career. I think it was before his last season, before he got hurt and Dak took over. I think it was sometime in the off season. A radio show asked Jerry Jones, billionaire Jerry Jones, "Hey, what do you think? How long do you think Tony Romo's got to play?" And he said, "Oh man, I think he played. He's 40, 45." And the radio station, the host started arguing with him. And I heard the tape. Jerry Jones goes, "Y'all asked me my damn opinion. I'm not looking to enter a debate. You asked my damn opinion, and I told you. I have no desire to debate this with you." And
yeah,
I so relate to what Jerry said.
Yeah.
Don't ask my opinion, and then want to start your little chicken shit argument.
Yeah.
I
seem to recall that now, and I remember going,
"Thank you, Jerry."
Thank you, Jerry, because I've felt that more times than I can count.
Yeah. Speaking of having no more desire to defend your position,